Welcome to StudentLoanFundamentals.com, the official blog of Strategic Debt Coach. Together, we are here to expose the truth about the student loan industry. My name is Mr. K, and I am known as the Rogue Student Loan Collector. And for obvious reasons, I cannot release my identity. I receive emails upon emails about why I'm masking my identity. Let me show you exactly what I'm up against. For those that are curious, here lays a portion of the contract that talks about conflicts of interest. Here's the part that states, these remedies include imprisonment for up to 5 years and fines of up to $5,000. This is some serious stuff. Now, regardless of those facts, let's get down to the nitty-gritty. As usual, we'll be discussing defaulted federal student loans. Today's lesson is labeled How to Stop Student Loan Garnishment 101. So before we begin this lesson, let's talk about the benefits of stopping the garnishment. Stopping the garnishment will make your payroll person's life easier. Keep in mind they're processing extra paperwork every single time you get paid. Not to mention, stopping the garnishment will stop the embarrassment. Now, more importantly, you need to stop the percentile deduction. A garnishment is a percentage, not a set amount. This would mean that every time you receive a bonus, commission, or any pay raise, they are deducting a percentage. Now, I personally believe that taking control of your own money is very important in this current economy. Now, taking control of your money flow will make it that much easier for you to make voluntary payments. Now, that brings me into talking about the importance of getting your loans out of default. By making voluntary payments towards a formal payment program, the negative remarks on your credit will be removed. A significant portion of your collection fees are waived. Keep in mind, with the garnishment, you'll pay your interest and you'll end up having to pay these collection fees that could potentially be waived. Now, by stopping the garnishment and being on a formal program and getting yourself out of default, you'll eventually be able to use any leftover forbearances or deferments. Now, if you're experiencing financial hardship, getting out of default will allow you to take part in government programs with more flexible payment options. This lesson was taken directly from the Student Loan Blueprint Home Study course. Let's talk about the things we'll cover in this lesson. We'll talk about the 3 steps you will need to take to stop the garnishment. Because of the urgency, this lesson is specifically dedicated to those that are experiencing financial hardship. So here are the 3 steps. Number 1, send in your request for hearing document. Number 2, send in your financial statement document. And number 3, send in your supporting documents. So let's break down each and every step carefully. Step number 1, send in your request for the hearing. In order for you to challenge the garnishment due to financial hardship, you'll need to obtain the necessary documents. First, you'll need to obtain the request for hearing document. Let me show you where you need to go. You'll need to visit the Federal Student Aid website. The web address is www.ed.gov/OSFAP/DCS/index.html. Once you're here, click on the tab labeled Forms. Look for the section Administrative Wage Garnishment and click on the link Administrative Wage Garnishment Request for Hearing. Now that you've obtained the document, fill out the necessary fields completely. I've added some side notes for you. You'll need to decide on the hearing method. You can challenge the garnishment in writing. You can do it in person at one of their convenient locations, or you can do it over the phone. Let's move on to the next step. Step number 2. Send in your financial statement. Basically, you'll begin putting together something very crucial, a financial profile, your proof of your financial hardship. You'll need to first obtain the financial statement document. Let me show you really quickly. At the Federal Student Aid website, under the tab labeled Forms, under the section Administrative Wage Garnishment, click on the link Statement of Financial Status for Wage Garnishment Hearings Only. Now that you've obtained the document, it is important that you fill in the necessary fields with accuracy, and I've added some tips for you. Here are my tips. Complete all items, report all expenses, report your household income, and keep in mind all legal documents should match up. And the reason why I mention this is because if you fail to provide proof, they will deny your claim. And this could mean that the garnishment will continue for 6 more months until you're able to challenge this again. So let's move on forward to the final step. The third and final step is to send in proof of income and obligations, meaning bills and such. Send in copies of all of your bills. Send in proof of household income. That would be 2 most recent paycheck stubs from the members of your household. And make sure to include recent tax documents. And keep in mind, it's always best to mail this in using certified mail. The last thing you want is some wise guy telling you, I don't know what you're talking about. I've never received it. And also, keep in mind that this is a timely process. I repeat, this is a timely process. Make sure you follow up with them from time to time. So there it is, guys. How to stop student loan garnishment 101. Learn more about how the garnishment hearing works, alternative ways to stop the garnishment, stopping tax offset, the calculation methods of minimum payments, and everything about defaulted federal student loans. Invest and study the Student Loan Blueprint. Visit us at www.studentloanfundamentals.com. This is Mr. K, and this is dedicated to your financial freedom. I'll see you on the other side.